Hello, beautiful people of this earth. Welcome to my channel. My name is Gracia and I make all kinds of videos. Like, I used to do more beauty, that's what got me into this, but lately, you know, I do a little bit of everything. So just welcome if you're new. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while, as acne is something that I suffered with and still suffer with today, and I probably will suffer with it for all my life, and that is, and let me tell you what, I would not have gotten into skincare if I had perfect skin. My boyfriend has perfect skin and he doesn't even wash his face other than going into the shower. He is just one of those people that have normal skin, and he doesn't even moisturize or wear SPF, despite the fact that his butt can blind me because of how pale it is. And that's just the way it is. I'm going to talk about really basic acne fighting ingredients today, and I'm going to break down how to use them in a way that they don't damage your skin, because I don't want you to be left with scars the way that I am. And I am okay with my scars. I'm still doing things to help them, and even if you do have acne scars, there are things that you can do to help their appearance. This is normal. This is what non-photoshopped skin looks like, and I just want to be the representation for the one that doesn't have perfect skin, because a lot of influencers have perfect skin and it's just like not everybody does. So so if you suffer with acne, I want you to know that you are not alone at all. Trust me. Whether it's just a breakout, whether it's just a month in their life, that everyone deals with it at some point. It's not something to be ashamed of. You're beautiful. Don't feel the need to cover up. Don't feel the need to Photoshop. Don't feel the need to stress out about it. It's like, it affects you so much when you're going through it. It seems like it's the only problem, but there are people suffering with problems that are not about how you look. Now, that does not mean that it does not affect your happiness, your mental health. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't do those things. I'm not saying that you are less than if it does those things to you. I'm just saying that there are bigger problems, and just take a second to be grateful that one of the only things that you have to worry about is what you look like. This video is aimed more towards prepubescent / teenagers that are dealing with things that don't have someone to teach them. I would consider myself one of those people. My parents kind of had batches of kids. They had 3 older ones that kind of grew up and graduated, moved out, and then me and my older sister. My older sister has pretty good skin, and acne wasn't really something that she suffered from. Like, she just had like blackheads. My mom had perfect skin. My dad had some breakouts. I don't think he had it as bad as me, and it could have to be with where he lived, because where you live can affect your skin. Humidity can affect your skin. Where I lived, I grew up with acne. I started breaking out when I was 11. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background on my skin. So like I said, I started breaking out at about 11. I think it was hormonal because I got my period that same year. I don't remember if I got bangs that young to cover them up, but that is obviously something that I eventually did, and it just made things worse because you sweat in the humidity and stuff. I ended up turning to makeup. Like I said, I didn't have access to the knowledge besides YouTube, but at the time it wasn't flooded with a bunch of free information like it is today. All I would get is just ads and new products to try and more money for my mom to spend, and it was just like, I would come crying to her because I was so unhappy because my skin, and then she would buy me something to make me feel better. I would try it, it wouldn't work, and then I would cry some more, and the cycle would continue. I tried so many things, I can't even, you know, I tried drugstore, Clean and Cleared, what, Neutrogena, what else is there? Like, I tried so much. And the first thing that I did was wash my face and wash my face and wash my face and wash my face. You should definitely wash your face at least every night. Every morning and night is what most people do, but depending on your skin type, that might not be best for you. I made my skin worse by washing the out of it. Excessively so, to where it would feel, oh, so tight on my face, and I would not even moisturize. You can imagine what happened if you know about skincare. Let me tell you something. So our skin produces oils to protect us, and when you strip all those oils, because yes, bacteria breeds in oils, when you strip yourself of those oils, your skin, you're like, oh, I'm dry, so it produces more oil, thus you can clog your pores up more. Again, bacteria breeds in oils, so you make your skin worse. In order to avoid this, you have to replenish the moisture. That way your skin doesn't produce oil, because oil is not moisture, water is moisture, but you have to replenish that. That way your skin doesn't produce oils to make your skin worse. I would just use stuff, and it went from here to everywhere. I always had something, and I wish I had pictures. I was so ashamed of it that I learned how to Photoshop. I remember my friend was like, man, how are your pictures so perfect? It makes no sense. And this was in 7th grade. And what she really meant was, bitch, how do you Photoshop? Because I don't know how to do it. I don't Photoshop anymore. I went through my emo phase, so I would hide it with my bangs. My first moisturizer was Philosophy Hope in a Jar or something, like basic moisturizer. Oh my god, my skin turned around. I don't remember what I thought had cured my acne. And at that time, when I was 18, I moved out to San Marcos. One of my first videos when I'm blonde is in San Marcos. The weather there is a lot more dry than here where I am now, which is Houston, Texas. It's humid as fuck here. North, it's a little bit more of a dry climate. So I ended up moving back down here, and as soon as I did, I got acne again. I posted less because like it would get to me. I don't even remember if I even managed to get my skin clear again before I got pregnant. I don't know if the research is the same as when I was pregnant, but I didn't use salicylic acid or a lot of ingredients because they tell you not to when you're pregnant. And this lasted until I stopped breastfeeding, which was a year ago. So I have had clear skin for I think a year now. This couldn't happen again. Things were good, but I still like had to use skin. I'm always going to have to use skincare because I have acne prone skin. Pay attention of the brand that I'm using, but the ingredients, that is going to be the key to keeping your skin clear on any budget. Do not use exfoliating beads. I always recommend a jelly cleanser or something that's just super gentle. Foam cleansers are pretty good too. I recommend taking your makeup off before you wash your face. I used to use all expensive skincare brands because I worked at Sephora. This is like $5 or $10. I really don't remember. But yeah, this works just as good, and it's all just about stripping the oils from your face. The first ingredient I started to use again once I was done breastfeeding was salicylic acid. Do a patch test. Before my pregnancy, I feel like this used to make me like my skin red and stuff like that, but I don't remember what dosage that I bought. So remember that everything is going to have a what percent of what ingredients it has. So this one is 0.5% salicylic acid. This is the weakest you can get, and don't think of that as a bad thing, because when you're introducing your skin to a new ingredient, just like when you start working out or doing anything that you're not used to, you want to start off at a small dosage and move up from there. Don't shock your skin, okay? If you're introducing a new skincare ingredient, make sure you introduce one new skincare ingredient at a time. That way, if something breaks you out, you can identify the source of what broke you out, and always start at the lowest dosage and try it every other day or 2-3 times a week until you really know your skin can tolerate it. Then you can continue the use every day. This, I would feel immediate relief on those painful, you know, acne, like the ones that you felt the pressure, you'd feel it throbbing, and the next day like my pimple would seriously be gone. On like breakouts, like anything big, you can even like soak a cotton pad and just let it like sit on your skin for a second before you wash it off instead of just swiping your face with it. And this ingredient does make you photosensitive, which means sensitive to the sun. So when you use certain ingredients, you have to make sure to use SPF. This is something that nobody taught me when I was 12, and I can't even imagine the damage that I did to my skin when I was 12. The way skin damage works is it goes in the deepest layer of your skin and you don't see it right away. Just do yourself a favor and put sunscreen on, okay? This does strip the oils from your face, so I do use this sometimes in the morning instead of a face wash. I just want to say that this is not a toner. I don't think this balances the pH levels of your skin, so if you want to do that as well, you can. Moving on to moisture. So bare minimum, I believe everyone should at least wash and moisturize their face and use SPF. For those, like I said, who are acne prone, or if you have something that you're treating, you know, that'll be in between that. So it would be wash, treat, moisturize, SPF. This is the sunscreen that I use, and I've been using it for years. This one does not break me out. Hurts when you get it in your eyes though. This is SPF 50. Anything higher than that is a lie. They're all chemical sunscreens. Be careful. Some people are allergic to certain ingredients. So it takes time to find your perfect sunscreen, trust me. Maybe try some Korean brands. Some of them even have like a matte finish, which is really, really nice. Wash, treat, moisturize, SPF. There can be so many more steps. If you want, you put your essence. If you're a little extra, you got your little K10 step routine. That's cool. This is a water Calendula Serum Infused Water Cream. So this is a gel. This means that it's going to like be, it looks like a jelly. That's what it sounds like. Very, you can see it's translucent almost. It is very light in texture, and you can see it sits on the skin like water. This literally is gonna feel like water on your face. If you don't like that feeling, you know, that heavy feeling of creams, it's most likely because your skin's oily. There's so many. This is Kiehl's. I think this one's $30. It's been a minute since I've tried a drugstore cream, so I'm definitely gonna try drugstore one next. But I'm gonna say I'm a little bit bougie with my moisturizers. This vitamin C I got on Amazon. This one is Nature's Truth. How much percent? 12%. Vitamin C makes you sensitive to the sun as well. It is going to help heal any like scarring that has to do with like color, and it also just makes your face look less like dull. It like brightens it. I don't know of another brand that sells cannabis sativa oil, but this helped a lot with my acne whenever I was in my pregnancy. Another good one was the Marula Oil by Drunk Elephant. There's just a lot of oils that are great, and when you're oily, you're like, ugh, oil. But trust me, use it at night and you're gonna wake up with skin that is like so good. And a lot of them are actually antimicrobial. I quickly wanted to mention that I always wear eye cream too, but that's just because I have like really wrinkly under eyes. Or wrinkles, they're just fine. Like I was literally born with them. My son has them too. They plump up when you hydrate them, so I always use eye cream, and I make sure I use a gel. You can clog up like under my eyes, and then I get those little weird white bumps. And it says right here, so wear sunscreen. Wanted to throw that in because that's a part of my skincare routine. So I wanted to mention these two. So there's benzoyl peroxide, which I feel like more people are sensitive to this than salicylic, but yeah, this one is 10%. This one's strong. I use this for my body because I get those deep cystic, you know, like, and that's what I feel like this is good for. This also makes your skin photosensitive, so again, wear sunscreen with this one, and do a patch test, because this one, oh, I remember I tried it as a kid, but I didn't wear sunscreen, like I said, and I got like this weird dry patch and my skin wrinkled up, and it was just like, one day I'm gonna wake up at 30 with a bunch of dark spots on my face, and I'm gonna have to go laser them off. So just don't be like me. And then the last one is going to be retinol. Please don't start off with this at a young age. Retinol, once you use it, you're gonna have to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger retinol. So definitely start off, this is 1%. Start off with retinol before retinoid, which is the higher level, but this can also be a cure for acne for some people. I had a coworker who had like a full face of cystic acne. Honestly, she should make her own video on the product she used. That was the first time that I heard about retinol and ever had an interest in it, but you can't use it when you're pregnant, and I didn't get to use it before, and I'm just starting to use it now, and holy crap, man, I feel like it's improving the appearance of my scars, but I am also doing other things with it, so it's hard to like pinpoint what is helping do what. It could be all these things that I'm doing put together, and I'll make a video about that later once I gather enough research. That is the last thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know how much more I can emphasize the use of sunscreen. That is going to be the most important thing to your skincare. Like, make sure you try chemical and physical sunscreens. Make sure you learn the differences between which chemicals are which, because that's also really important. A lot of people are allergic to certain chemical sunscreens. With everything new that you try, please do a patch test if you have sensitive or reactive skin. And like I said, everyone deals with acne. You are not alone. Just remember that your soul is what's on the inside. Your beauty is on the inside, and you're only as beautiful as you treat other people. We are eternal fucking souls, okay? And the bodies that we're living in, they're temporary. They deteriorate. We all age. We all get wrinkles. We all end up 6 feet underground. So don't worry about it, baby. You are smart. You are kind. You are funny. There's other attributes to you that are much more important than what your skin looks like. And oh my fucking god, I hope this video helps someone in some way. I'm a weird channel. I do a little bit of everything, so I don't know. Just subscribe if you like thrift flips. I hope to have some plant-based food soon. But yeah, I would really appreciate you guys helping me get to 1,000. And if you want any videos, if you have any suggestions, let me know down below. Love you guys, and see you in the next video. Namaste. Okay, bye.